So this will be a quick video about the conclusion of an essay, which is an area that some people have a problem with. They have a hard time thinking what to say, etc. So if I could put it in a nutshell, it is okay to sort of just restate your main thesis. It is a little boring. And it can feel like the writer's just kind of tapping you over the head with the same thought as the thesis sentence. But there's nothing wrong with restating your main point, your thesis. But it's nice to give it something a little extra. And this is what we talk about when we say broadening out the theme or the topic of the essay in the conclusion. And back to that question of so what. So asking yourself so what, or asking or thinking of the reader of your essay asking you so what, that can be a good question to try to answer in the conclusion. You can here's an idea. Whatever your topic was, think about how to broaden out that topic to the world or society more generally. So if capital punishment was the topic, maybe you could broaden out from capital punishment to crime generally, or to law and order in a society generally. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a chance to get a little philosophical. You could literally ask a question of your reader that's kind of open-ended, that provokes more thought on the issue you were talking about. You could, just try to make it somehow more relevant to the world than the sort of shorter, more focused topic that you were discussing in the essay, if that makes sense. So you'll notice at the end of my sample video games essay, I ended up asking some questions about, what is the human race up to with all of this simulation work that we do? A video game is one kind of simulation, but human beings are involved in making a lot of simulations that aren't games. We've got war simulations, we've got chemical simulations, DNA simulations. And, I sort of got philosophical at the end of the essay and asked, what are we really doing with this constant making of models of the universe around us? And so that's one example of kind of broadening out from your essay out into the world. I hope that helps. I know this is a little bit of one of those moments in a writing class where you I, as the instructor, put you in the swimming pool and you kind of sink or swim. It's up to you to find out what way you could broaden that conclusion out. There's no magic bullet for how to do it. And like I say, it's not the end of the world if you just end up somewhat blandly restating your thesis, but really give it a shot. See if you can give it that interesting spin, that interesting broadening out, that interesting answer to the question of, so what about this essay? The question of, why have I just read this? Or why have I made my reader read this? And what might they take away from it? Okay.